In a development that has shaken the foundations of American democracy, new details have emerged about former Vice President Mike Pence's decision to refuse Secret Service protection on January 6, 2021, during the Capitol riot. This unprecedented act is now at the center of a political firestorm, raising profound questions about loyalty, leadership, and the fragility of democratic institutions. The implications for the nation are staggering, and the story continues to unravel with potentially catastrophic consequences. Pence's refusal to enter the Secret Service vehicle that day has taken on a symbolic significance in the eyes of many. Was it a moment of principle, or an ill-advised gesture? Some suggest that Pence's decision was born out of an overwhelming desire to maintain control and not appear to abandon his post. Others argue it was a reckless refusal to heed the gravity of the situation. In any case, his actions on that fateful day now serve as a stark reminder of the uncertainty that hung over the Capitol as a mob stormed the halls of government. Critics argue that Pence's choice could be seen as a betrayal of his constitutional duty. After all, the vice president is the constitutional successor in the line of succession, and his safety was paramount on a day when the very survival of American democracy was in jeopardy. Pence's refusal to take refuge raises troubling questions about his priorities. Was he playing to political factions, or was he simply out of his depth in the face of an extraordinary crisis? Many fear that this singular moment could be remembered as a catastrophic failure of leadership. The implications of Pence's actions could reverberate for generations. In moments of national crisis, leaders are supposed to rise above personal or political concerns and act in the best interest of the country. Pence's refusal to take shelter, and the potential dangers that posed for the entire government, has brought his leadership into sharp focus. This episode draws disturbing comparisons to other critical moments in history, such as the indecisive moments during the Cold War or the tragic fallout from moments of political inaction during times of crisis. The historical weight of Pence's decision is compounded by the fact that the nation was watching in real time as the Capitol was overrun. What many Americans wanted in that moment was reassurance that their leaders were acting decisively, defending democratic norms, and upholding the rule of law. Instead, they were left to wonder why Pence would reject protection at such a perilous time. As the nation attempts to piece together the full story of January 6, the political fallout for Pence continues to build. Analysts warn that this singular action may come to define his post-vice presidential career. Pence's decision to disregard Secret Service protection has fueled criticism from both sides of the aisle, leaving him vulnerable to accusations of cowardice or, worse, complicity. Many fear that this moment could be used against him if he seeks to return to politics in the future. The consequences extend beyond Pence's reputation. This incident underscores the broader struggle between maintaining constitutional order and caving to political pressure. The country stands at a crossroads, and many fear the lingering effects of these betrayals could cause long-term damage to trust in our leaders and our democracy itself. As the nation continues to grapple with the aftermath of January 6, the calls for accountability grow louder. Many argue that Pence's actions, or lack thereof, must be thoroughly examined to ensure the safety of future leaders. The moral and political ramifications cannot be overstated. Critics argue that the failure to protect the integrity of the office in a moment of crisis is a stain on the nation's history. This is not just about one man's refusal to enter a car, this is about the survival of American democracy in the face of unprecedented threats. The story of January 6 has yet to be fully told, and its aftermath will shape the political landscape for years to come. This could be a turning point in how we view leadership in America. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in history, we must demand answers. The country stands at a crossroads, and now is the time to ensure that the lessons of January 6 are learned and that accountability prevails. Join the conversation, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Together, we can ensure that future leaders act in the best interest of the people, not just themselves.